Hell has just frozen over again, lads. Here we have Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan saying and proposing to the Dáil that asylum seekers should have to pay for their accommodation.
The Minister for Justice, Jim O'Callaghan, says proposals to charge people living in IPAS centres rent are appropriate if they are working. He's bringing the plans before the Cabinet Subcommittee on Migration this evening. Reducing the length of time that accommodation would be offered to Ukrainian people will also be discussed.
So yeah, if you're not working, you shouldn't be here, honestly.
Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan insisted today that Ireland is more generous in terms of the accommodation offered to international protection applicants than other EU countries. His proposals could see rental contributions ranging from €15 to €238 per week.
Good. They should pay €250 per week. And if they don't pay it, then they lose their job and they have to go back home to the country that they came from. Because honestly, this might seem like an encouragement because they said if you have a job, then you have to pay this. But it should be like if you don't have a job or if you do have a job, anybody should have to pay this. That's it, guys. A flat rate for everybody.
Paid by IPAS residents, depending on their income.
Ultimately, it'll be a matter for government, but they are proposals that we're recommending and we do believe that they are appropriate.
He's also bringing proposals to tonight's Cabinet Subcommittee that would reduce the amount of time that the government has to provide accommodation for Ukrainian arrivals to 30 days.
But if the numbers keep arriving and the numbers we've seen in September and October, we'll have to start looking for more accommodation. So one of the proposals I'll be bringing forward is that we reduce the amount of time that we have to provide accommodation to Ukrainian people who come here. As you know, at present it's 90 days. We're looking at reducing that.
The Social Democrats say these plans send out the wrong message.
Quite shocking that following such a serious attack on Friday, that the first item that the government is willing to discuss in this whole area is payment from IPAS applicants, when really, I suppose, there's much bigger concerns that I think everyone shares now around the security of people in our international protection system.
No, it's not the security of the people in the IPAS. It's the security of the Irish public being threatened by the people in the IPAS. Okay.
Sinn Féin says this is a re-announcement by government.
It's 14 months since government made this exact same proposal previously, and I think that's symbolic of a do-nothing government who are big on making statements but actually very weak in terms of taking decisive action and tackling the dysfunction within the IPAS system generally, in terms of the length of time it's taken to process applications, the enforcement of decisions, and the obscene profiteering that's taken place within the IPAS system.
I would just shut down every single IPAS centre completely. We're spending billions of euros to bring these people in. It's just a disaster, guys. Nobody here knows where anyone's coming from, what they're doing here. They're not helping to contribute to society. Oh, man. Whoever invented IPAS should be flipping in prison.
The programme for government contained this commitment that some people living in IPAS accommodation should have to contribute towards their costs.
Yeah.
But these proposals, which have yet to be approved by Cabinet, could take another 9 to 12 months to implement. Eleanor Byrnehill, RTE News at Government.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous, guys. I mean, they're not going to implement that. Hopefully they do. They should do a flat rate. If anyone's living here, working here, no matter what, you have to pay rent. Okay, why is it that everybody pays rent apart from people that are living here illegally? Like, come on, guys, come on. There has to be some kind of back and forth here, some sort of charge on people if you want to stay in the country. And speaking of this craziness, here we have the terrifying surveillance footage showing the moment the UK mass train stabbing suspect stormed into a barbershop armed with a huge knife just one day before he allegedly carried out his bloody rampage on a London-bound train. So this guy was going crazy, he was tweaking off his head, and unbelievable. You know, one of the comments says, too bad he didn't make a mean tweet. He would be locked up within a few hours, guys. But of course, running around with a butcher's knife in a barbershop doesn't mean anything. Now, after this, the next day, he legit stabbed and nearly killed 10 people on a UK train. Look at this guy tweaking out completely. He's drinking. Jeez. Crackpot. He's on drugs.
Life.
Huh. He's just babbling uncontrollably. See the one white guy there? He didn't even react. He was like, "What? What's going on?" Just the lack of preservation by some people, guys. Unbelievable. Like, I don't know how the UK didn't lock this guy up. Like, did nobody actually call the police? To me, it's crazy to see that this guy wasn't arrested after running around a barber with a flippin' knife. And the people that didn't call the police, they have blood on their hands. Now he went on to violently stab 10 different people, and they could have died, some of these people. It's crazy stuff. And here we have even the Pope talking about it now. This is the new Pope telling 100% the truth about the agenda to destroy Europe. And it's tenfold, guys. And I wouldn't say it's just a religion thing in per se, it's just bringing in third worlders. Plain and simple.
They are not refugees. No, this is an invasion of mass Islamization of Europe, which already went on for at minimum 50, 60 years, the Islamization in Europe. But now it is in mass. It is very evident. And so this is a global political agenda by the powerful of the world to destroy Europe culturally and religiously. I mean,
yeah, they're trying to destroy Europe culturally, religiously. They're just trying to water down the countries completely in Europe, and it's working. You know, if we don't stand up for ourselves, it's going to be too late soon.
To destroy Christianity ultimately in Europe, with the help of the massive Islamic population. And I was reading recently an article of a sociologist who made a calculation that maybe in 30 or 40 years, when it's now going on, so the majority of the population of Europe will be Islamic. Europe will be Islamic when this will go on, because the European people have almost no children, one or two. The Muslims there, they have 5, 6 to 10 children.
Yeah, and obviously, guys, like I said before, I'm not against any religion. I don't think so. The Middle East, I think, is great, some places, but this is bringing in third world people, not places from Dubai or the UAE or Bahrain or Qatar. You know, it's people coming from horrendous countries, okay? They're bringing their religion, they're having 10 kids, okay? People from Africa, whatever, Somalia, whatever these places, they're having 10 kids, 20 kids, and Irish people are having 1 kid, barely, 2 kids sometimes. Like, how is the population going to look like in 50 years? It's going to be over with, guys. I mean, Europe is finished, man, honestly.
And so it is, you can only make mathematics, and then you can see that they will be in the majority.
Yeah, 100%. And this is done on purpose, okay? This is Schneider's concern echoes those of some European politicians like Viktor Orban, who has warned about the dangers of this, okay? The agenda is to destroy Europe, guys, okay? It's to dilute Europe's Christian identity, orchestrated by international powers and elite globalists. 100% I agree. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want to support me every single day, hit the join link underneath the video, become a member. Okay, we have tons of membership videos over there, tons of videos for you guys to watch. Leave a comment in the section down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one, and stay safe.